The United Kingdom is home to some of the world's finest game developers, and nestled in the outskirts of Manchester in a town called Knutsford is TT Games. This is the home of the LEGO action-adventure titles featuring famous heroes like Luke Skywalker and Indiana Jones. But now, thanks to the talented and dedicated team working hard so that we can have fun, the world is about to embark on the LEGO adventures of the Caped Crusader himself, LEGO Batman.
I'm Jonathan Smith, I'm head of production at TT Games. We loved working on LEGO Star Wars, and it was a great privilege to work on LEGO Indy. LEGO Batman is really a natural step because it gives us a cast of colourful characters that lots of people know and enjoy in an environment, it's Gotham City, where you can really have all kinds of fun.
All kinds of fun always starts with all kinds of hard work, something the team at TT Games is all too familiar with.
Hi, I'm Kieran Gaynor. I'm the producer for LEGO Batman. When we originally got a premise for LEGO Batman, we wanted to accurately reflect how people view Batman and how they feel about it. But at the same time, we didn't want to lose the actual LEGO feel that makes the games appeal to everybody.
We had a really simple idea at the start for the story of LEGO Batman. We wanted to get all the villains out on the streets of Gotham City, to put them all under your control and to have fun with all of them, to let their individual personalities come through in the cutscenes and the story. So we started from the premise that they would all break out of Arkham Asylum, and then we developed it from there.
If you play through the hero version of the game, you're going to see it from Batman's point of view. You play through the villain, you're going to see the cutscenes run from the villain's point of view. The villains are such a big part of Batman. It just made sense to give people the ability to play through as the villains. You are the one breaking into the banks, and you are trying to cause all this destruction.
Hi, my name's John Hodgkinson. I'm the lead programmer on all the LEGO games so far. Batman is a superhero, of course. Although the Star Wars characters have superpowers, they're not superheroes. Batman's well loved by every generation, so we had to be true to that.
We spent a lot of time looking at how to build a LEGO Gotham and keep the Gothic imagery into the game and still get that across, but at the same time not alienate the charm of LEGO. It took us a few months before we decided on a vertical slice that was the way that we were going to take the game.
Well, because we'd done previous LEGO games, it didn't take too long to work out where we wanted to go with it. And of course, Batman has such a rich history, we had a lot to pick from.
I'm Luke Ashmore. I'm the production assistant on LEGO Batman. We've all played with LEGO. I've never spoke to anyone who hasn't. And Batman's got such a heritage. Even if you're not a big fan of the films or anything, or you're only just getting into it now, generations of people can just be infused together with it.
Throughout the whole game, two players can play together as different characters, and we implement that in a drop-in, drop-out way, which means that new players can come along and leave and join, and it's a very fluid experience for multiplayer.
I've talked to people at press shows, and it's been me and my kid play it, or it's, you know, me and my friend play it. It's all generations are playing it together, and it's sort of that toppling cooperative. You know, you help out one another over and over again to get the task done, and that's what makes it so big for me.
Meanwhile, as the release date draws near, the finishing touches are being applied to the most crucial elements in the game.
One of the things that we enjoy most about making the LEGO games is the cast of characters that we can have and the massive array that we have. Of course, we have Batman and Robin, who've each got 4 different suits with 4 different abilities, and they'll be using those to play through the game to solve the puzzles.
Pretty early on, we decided to pick the suits as a means by which you could have different abilities.
Batman has got his glide suit, which means he can literally spread his wings, fly around the city. Robin has got his magnet suit, which means he can use his electromagnet boots to walk up, along, and even underneath metallic surfaces. Batman's got his bat bombs, his detonation suit. Robin's got the power to take over technology. These are really cool abilities that you'll get as you move through the levels.
When we come to the villains, we were trying to pick out something that hallmarks each villain. So the Joker with his hand buzzer, it's legendary. We saw it in the original Batman film, we've seen it in the comics. He's always had a hand buzzer, so it was just natural to give him an electric hand buzzer. The Riddler is obsessed with puzzles and trying to outfox Batman. So the idea that he could mind control people and get them to do stuff for him just came quite naturally to him. And the Penguin, he uses explosive penguins.
What we had before is With the previous games, you'd want to be like the title character, and you think of Batman. You've got so many characters that have been made, you know. Batman's come up against everyone, and they've all tried to get him in a different way, which is something that we've also put in.
Every villain you've ever wished to play in Gotham City is there for you. Joker, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, the Riddler, Two-Face, Clayface, Killer Croc, the Penguin, Scarecrow, they're all there.
My favourite character is probably Scarecrow. He's got some great animations.
I absolutely love Clayface. Although he can't be created through extra Lego, we've had a bit more of a push and made him to look like Clayface without, you know, having to compromise.
Catwoman with her whip, being able to whip at the enemies.
I was really surprised with how I took to like the Killer Croc and Bane. Their combat moves, the stuff you can do, the throws and the grabs.
Lego Batman will always be my favourite hero.
Mr. Freeze is amazing. You can, you know, freeze these big blocks of ice in the middle of the place, and the way that the light reflects when you freeze people in ice blocks as well, so you can do a lot with Mr. Freeze's gun.
Batman can pick up an enemy by the throat, walk around with him, and then throw him around and see them smashed to pieces.
My favourite character then is probably Alfred. Yeah, because, you know, his sort of English antics and his tea tray, which he does a lot of combat with, it's just funny to see the animations that we've added this time. It's just hilarious.
We've also got Nightwing, who was the original Robin.
I also have a real soft spot, as many people do, for Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, they're completely different, every character.
You could do it with one character, or you could do it with 2 characters, but why not do it with 40 characters? So it's just a case of giving people as much as we can give them in the time frames we set ourselves, and telling them to go and enjoy it.
These guys in Gotham City, the good guys and the bad guys, when they go head to head, sparks really fly. We need intense fist combat and intense weapon fighting.
They all have finishing moves, several ways to do these things.
Something that's, of course, a signature ability for Batman is the use of the Batarang. The Batarang is a fantastic weapon that you can use to pick off lots of different enemies from a distance. You can use it to smash objects in the environment as well. But now, unlike the Lego games we've done in the past, this weapon is manually targetable. You can choose from a distance to run the Batarang in a sequence of attacks, which is really cool.
Lego Batman is more action orientated, and there's also a lot more platforming. We do use height more than we have previously. It's more effective.
In Gotham, it's about climbing up buildings, jumping off the top, you know, delving into sewers, swimming underwater. There's everything to do there.
We've always had a good set of core mechanics, but because we've got such a rich history to draw on, it's easy to think up new moves for these characters. They're great, they're acrobatic, so we can make them jump higher, run faster.
The addition of the acrobatics doesn't make the game any more difficult. The simplicity of the controls just makes people feel like they're more of a superhero because of it. Say, for instance, we've got all these backflip moves in that we added for quite a few characters, and they're very different for each character as well, so it just adds to their personality. Harley Quinn, her little backflip is just so much tighter than anyone else's. Every time I'm showing this to someone, I'm like, so there's a few hidden animations here. And instantly people's faces light up with that.
The secret to making a good Batman game is the secret to making any game. You make it fun first. In the case of the Lego games, we also make it funny and then add variety.
Everyone on the team is a huge fan of Lego and a huge fan of the characters that we're lucky enough to be able to work with. So bringing them to life in Lego form is a great thrill. What really makes us smile, though, is when the character actors for our cutscenes bring the voices to these characters to really make them come alive. And for the scenes you'll see in Lego Batman, I think the job they did is incredible.
Oh, there's definitely room for funny in the Batman world, if not from Batman, from all the peripheral characters.
And now, after the team has spent many months of building elements and tweaking the gameplay, Lego Batman is ready for release. And of course, TT Games wonders how the fans will like their work.
We've listened to, you know, feedback all of the time, and every time we've had, oh, is this character in there? It's like, wow, we should definitely consider that. So it's been about listening to the fans as much as it's been sort of making sure that everything's there.
We're all totally in awe of the guys at DC Comics and the world that over decades they've been able to create and grow. And so it was a huge privilege to be able to work with them and come to them with the idea for Lego Batman.
Well, I hope our story does the franchise justice. I hope it's simple enough to follow, but intricate enough to have fun elements in for everybody.
I think what we've given with Lego Batman here and how I personally feel about it, I'm overjoyed to be part of the project. I'm a Batman fan. I asked to work on it when it first got conceived. I got what I wanted, and we've got it out the door, and we're all very proud of what we've managed to achieve.
Everyone on the team at Traveller's Tales loves working with Lego characters and loves the properties that we've been lucky enough to be able to make games with. For Lego Batman, it's been such fun to bring these colourful characters from the DC Universe to life.
The juxtaposition of Gothic architecture and a modern-day amusement ride might seem to be the perfect environment to build a new Batman story. And as luck would have it, just outside of Manchester, England, a team of talented game developers is hard at work doing just that, bringing to life the new interactive adventures of Lego Batman.
I'm Jonathan Smith, I'm head of production at TT Games. Lego Batman puts you in control of some of the greatest heroes the world has ever seen, and puts you in control of some of the greatest villains the world has ever seen.
Villains like Clayface, Bane, Mad Hatter, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, Killer Moth, Man-Bat, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, the Penguin, the Riddler, and the Joker, all joining forces to fight Lego Batman.
Hi, I'm Will Thompson, and I'm the lead character artist on Lego Batman. I've personally been reading Batman comics for over 35 years. Once I realised that, I was horrified. When they had the initial meetings, they called me in because they knew I was into Batman, and I could advise them a little bit here and there. And I told them about some of the characters involved with the Batman mythos. I don't think they all realised there was all of these characters around there. So they said, oh, right, let's have them all in. Let's try and get as many in as we can.
Hello, I'm Neil Crofts. I'm a 3D artist for Lego Batman. We do draw up just to get a rough idea if it's a character we're creating ourselves, something that Lego hasn't previously done, or we're trying to get some more inspiration from. But most of the time we'll actually get the Lego characters themselves as have a base model. And then from that we'll take things that identify the characters, such as Batman with his mask, model them individually, and then bring it all together to create the character with textures. We
weren't intimidated by the characters because I think, well, a lot of us really love Batman. It's such a wonderful license to sort of build characters around. You have a list of characters, spoke to Neil, which of this list do you want to do next, and we sort of like dish the characters out and be like, oh, I wanted to work on that one. They're larger-than-life characters, and you need to sort of take each one in its own sort of way. With all the bad guys, you can work in their various crimes that suit that character. It has like different gameplay, it's like different levels, you know, throughout the game, and so I think it was more or less pretty soon decided, oh, we'll have all the characters in there if we can.
I'd say the hardest part, technically, is definitely getting the characters to work in game.
I suppose the basics are still the same. You've got your skeleton, and you've got like a minifig character, and you, in a sense, you're just like wallpapering new textures on there. With the advancements of next-gen consoles, we have many more polygons in there now, make the characters look more smoother.
A lot of the characters you fall into a trap of, oh, it looks really cool, make it really, you know, realistic, but generally, you know, Lego makes things a lot more toy-like, and it's a moulded plastic piece. It isn't, you know, a real, you know, pair of wings. It is going to be a moulded plastic piece. My personal favourite was Man-Bat, just because it's obviously the character can fly, he's got wings, and he's a lot more. Well, it was more fun to create for myself.
Batgirl, I did an initial design for that, and then Lego came back, oh, it would be like that, and then sort of like worked with Lego, and we got a bit of an amalgam of our ideas with that one.
I was amazed at how satisfying it was to use the Batarang, which I'm sure when you come to play it, you'll definitely realise it's quite satisfying. So Batman is probably still the coolest character to play. Then you've also got Nightwing, and Batgirl, and Robin.
It's hard to sort of pick one character because I'm such a Batman fan, and to see the whole range of characters together and all the colours and all that, I think I'm just like proud of the whole range that me and Neil have put together, really.
I've been asked that question before, actually. I've not had any Lego dreams and seen people as Lego, but I pretty much can create a character quite quickly. It's very easy to create a more background character, such as a gardener. You know, everyone knows what a gardener looks like, and they're not you know, the most important character in the game. But they still are going to be a character you can play in free play, for instance, so it gets harder when you're trying to create a character such as Killer Moth.
The LEGO Batman adventure takes place all over Gotham City, on the streets, in the slums, on the docks, high above, in the sky, on the rooftops, and even below in the sewers as well. The whole of that brilliant, rich city is there for you to play in and play with.
Hi, I'm Kieran Gaynor. I'm the producer for LEGO Batman. As we've made with previous LEGO games, we've learnt how best to go around and put the game together. We know how to put our levels together now. We know how to make the levels fun. We know where to put certain aspects, certain puzzles. We've seen what we can get away with, what we can't get away with, what the players like, what the players don't like. And it's just refining the processing. We're filtering out the stuff that people don't take to, and then we put more of the stuff in that people really like.
And, as experience has taught the team, what people really like in a LEGO adventure is plenty of vehicles.
Hi, my name's John Hodgkinson. I'm the lead programmer on all the LEGO games so far. Well, we've implemented vehicles before, of course, but in Batman, they're a bigger deal.
In LEGO Batman, I think we've got about 20 different vehicles. We've tried to get as many Batman vehicles and as many Robin vehicles as we can in there. We've also built a few of our own vehicles for some of the villains. We're making games for kids, so we try to keep it as simple as possible, but sometimes when you've got the Batmobile, it's not. You've got to try and get across that you're driving a high-performance car that shoots stuff and makes it blow up. So getting that across without alienating non-hardcore gamers is a difficult task, but it's something we get through. Every project we try and take things another step further. LEGO Batman is possibly the most realistic and best-looking LEGO game we've made.
Hi, I'm Adam Hay, and I'm an audio engineer on LEGO Batman. Creating the ambience for Gotham City was a fun task. Gotham has a very distinct character, so we wanted to kind of create a very dynamic, vibrant city that is also, you know, kind of very full of crime and lots of sirens and traffic noise and, you know, lots of airplanes, helicopters going by. So we were able to mix this in, and every level has its own kind of specific ambiences and you know, just to make the place seem more alive. We have a large library of sound effects that we use. I did actually stick my microphone out of the window here and record a bit of traffic noise and some trains going past because we're right next to the station. So there's a bit of Knutsford in Gotham City. There's sound effects for most of the moves in the game, so there's you know, lots of swishes for the punch-in and lots of punch impact sound effects. The batarang sounds like a boomerang, you know, how you'd expect a boomerang to sound. It's possibly just someone swishing a bamboo stick very fast near a microphone. And then, of course, you've got lots of different characters who are all unique, and they need their own kind of unique voices, or at least kind of vocalizations, because they're not speaking. So you want to make sure they, you know, the characters feel right with how, you know, in how they sound.
I'm Bill Martin. I'm one of the lead cutscene animators on LEGO Batman. For these LEGO Batman scenes, we didn't have a film to go by, so we had to take the characters and all their characteristics, combine them into the flow of the game so they fitted in with what was happening in the levels. So we're quite free, really, with what we could do with them.
They got in some really professional voice actors to sit in a studio and go, and you know, just make all sorts of indistinct vocalizations, which must have been strange for them. But yeah, they did a great job. You know, either way, they really brought a lot of character to the game.
It's all built around humour, really. That's what we want to kill in all of them to keep them entertaining. So we'd have the initial outline story of what had to happen. Then a team of us would get together, talk about what jokes we could get in, even elements that weren't in the script originally, we'd try and pull in to give us something humorous to work against with the characters. One of my favourite scenes will be in the Batcave, when Batman and Robin have got a message from the Joker and they need to head out of the Batcave, and Robin's been messing around with Alfred trying to get a super weapon under the helicopter, and it just doesn't quite work. With Batman and Robin themselves, you have to be quite careful what we did with them, but the villains, we had free rein to make them really expand on their characters and make them humorous and entertaining. Every major villain, the Joker, Penguin and the Riddler, brought their own kind of jokes with them, I suppose, that we could build upon. I think Harley Quinn is my favourite to play with, because she was quite fun. She didn't have important things to do, so she was all in the background, or at the side, reacting to what was happening, and just a fun character to work with. And she had those little bobbles that bounced around as she ran around, which was good to animate.
You won't be disappointed. It's still got all the Lego fun that's been in the previous games.
It's such an over-the-top game, and all the characters in the game are very over-the-top, you know, because that's just the nature of Batman.
Without sounding too corny, every day basically I come in and do what I love doing. So it's a fantastic place to work. So yeah, it's just coming every day, playing with Lego and creating great games.
We work really hard to bring our Lego games to lots of different gaming platforms so that everyone can enjoy them. Lego Batman is out this fall, and you'll be able to play it on Wii, DS, on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PSP and PC. It's a game that we've really had a lot of fun making, and we really hope people enjoy playing.